Back on the road, and we're off to Tunnel Barn Farm, and I've not been there for quite a long time, but it's the Golden Reel Qualifier there. It's actually the very last Golden Reel Qualifier, so I've booked myself in for that. I'm not sure how many's on it. There were definitely tickets left when I applied. I know there's quite a few big matches on today, so I'm hoping it's not great for the comp, but I'm hoping there's not many on it. So you know, the less people on it, the more chance you've got of qualifying. So if there's 70, 80 on it, great. If there's 100, 120 on it, then obviously the chance of qualifying are a bit lower. But it's been a great event, very well sorted out by Phil Briscoe. Hats off to the man for keeping a big money competition going. So you've got the Golden Reel, you've got Mega Match This, you've got Fishermania, all great competitions and all very, very worthwhile for an angler like me to try and enter and try and get into the final. So I've not fished so many qualifiers this year for obvious reasons, if anyone's been following my pursuits. And I've got some good luck baby sick on me this morning, which was lovely. I gave her a nice little feed this morning and she posited it all up. That's a new word I've learned, posited. So so I'm hoping that's going to get me some luck, some nice stains on my joggers. And but no, Tunnel Barn should be alright today. I'm making a detour first. I'm off to Lanes to get some bait and get some casters and maggots. So I'm expecting at least 150 to win today. I won't be surprised if £200 won today, but it depends how much room we've got, depends what lakes, it depends who draws in the nice windy corners that I expect to win. So well, there's loads of pegs that stand a chance of qualifying at Tunnel Barn, which is the best thing about it, I think hopefully we'll have a bit of room, and hopefully the fish will be in a obliging mood. It's freshened up a little bit, we had a little bit of rain and overnight and stuff, so so that might put the F1s off a little bit, but it might be a bit of breath of fresh air that they need as well, because definitely we've been lacking rain a lot lately, certainly in the Midlands anyway. So but anyway, I'm not far from Lanes now, and hopefully pick up my bait and hopefully be in time for the draw. Well, I'm pretty much ready with an hour to go, which is unheard of for me, but pretty simple approach today. I've drawn top pool, what peg am I on? Top pool 13, unlucky for some. I should remember that really, shouldn't I? It's actually there's only 50 anglers on the match today, which is a bit of a shock, but it gives us all more of a chance. And there's only 3 lakes in: top pool, new pool and high pool. Now my money's without doubt is on high pool, because they've all got loads of room on there, and I would say the right angler on somewhere like top 15, high pool 15 or 30 or 27, and they're going to be hard to beat, or in the 40s. Pen Ryan's on 48. I don't know what other anglers have drawn where, to be honest, but top pool's my least favourite lake on the whole complex. 13's not a bad peg if they're in the main bowl. If they're in the smaller bowl, then you're up against it, but I'm just hoping it's going to be a low weight affair. If it's £150, then I've got a chance of catching that from this lake. If it's anything higher, then I don't think top pool's the lake to be on, really. I've got some good anglers around me, but I'm going to fish short pole and shallow. They're going to be my main approaches. Very shallow this side, very hard, gravelly, very, very shallow on this bank down the edges, so they don't always come in down these edges, but opposite it's lovely. It's probably got a 2 foot and reed, so they're more likely to catch down the edges there. But I've cleared it out, cleared all the grass and that away, and if they come in, then I could plunder them down the edges, but I'm not expecting them to turn up very early down the edges if they do. There's a lot of eyed and a lot of silverfish in this lake, and I don't think you really want to target those, so I might hedge my bets with pellets to start with, and then once the eyed and that have gone or thinned out, then I might switch to casters or maggots shallow, or I might start on caster shallow. I haven't really decided yet, but I've mixed up a bit of slop as well. Sometimes when those silvers are about, throwing a bit of slop will bring the F1s in. And I've got like a crate at 14 metres, where it's the same depth as it is on my top kit, so it's no shallower, unfortunately. But I might be able to catch on pellet shallow along there if I have to, but I don't really want to be doing that, because if I'm shipping long, then I'm probably not up to speed with those that are catching really, really well. So we'll have to wait. So there's a few fish moving around and mooching around, as there always is at this place, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm just gonna I've probably got about 10 top kits up already, so I'm just going to check they're all okay,
I've got 2 deck rigs and 8 shallow rigs, which I leave all set up now in a little kit tube, which is something I've been doing this year, which really helps. So a few jigger rigs, a few set full depth, a few fixed depth rigs, and mostly to fish caster. I've got a couple to fish pellets as well if I have to. But that's my main approach anyway, casters and pellets. This lake does respond well to hard pellets purely because of the amount of silverfish in here, that sometimes it's the only bait you can present to actually catch those fish on. So I'll do a few expanders up just to start on, but I can imagine it'll be quickly onto hard pellets, especially if the skimmers arrive, which are a bit of a nuisance as well. So that's probably why I don't like this lake, because there's a lot of silverfish and you need to be on those big F1s. If you're on a ball of those big F1s, they'll bully those fish out of the way, but there's a lot of small F1s and everything in here as well. So it's a decent lake. It's a nice lake, but it's my least favourite like money spider. That's good luck as well, isn't it? I've been sick on by a babby, and then now I've got a money spider, so you never know. Might be having some luck. Yeah, it's quite a complicated bait tray, I suppose, with tunnel barn and some casters, some red nuggets, 4mm pellets, some hooker pellets, some dead nuggets, a few worms just in case, normal ground bait, which I'm probably going to use tomorrow morning today, and a bit of water, and that's what I need at the moment. Can of monster. That's it. Nice and simple. stickfish. Oh, bloody. Golly. Ah.
Well, that's it. That's what cost me.
Oh, go on. Like you like. Everybody else has a cup of tea. Cheers, mate. Top bull. By default.
Alright.
Lower than a snake's belly, Johnny Arthur.
Hey, Johnny boy.
Four.
Johnny boy. Go on, go on.
Pick 33.
Well, I managed to get a nice 70 quid section envelope by default, but they all count. Jamie Hughes on peg 1 in the bowl has come third in the match and won the lake with £162. And all the rest of us were way behind on that lake. Definitely the worst lake on the day. I've ended up with £96, and as I say, that's enough for a default section win. Elsewhere, Paul Hollins had £167, and Andy Bennett, Bagger Bennett, has absolutely paralysed the match with £250 odd from peg 5 on Newport. Absolutely phenomenal weight that is, and it's not very often you get such a massive standout weight. Normally there's lots of close weights, but he's absolutely paralysed it, so fair play to that man. But if you look at that top three, Andy Bennett, Paul Holland, Jamie Hughes, you've probably got the three best commercial F1 anglers in the country there. So fair play to them, they're on it, and they fully deserve to be top three. I should have had perhaps 120 if I'd have fished it a bit better. I've got a bit giddy with the feed, although saying that, I've only fed 3.5 pints of casters and a pint and a half of maggots. It felt like the more I fed, the worse the peg got. There was just not enough fish competing, and even the silverfish weren't too much trouble, to be fair, for that lake. So and strangely, I've caught best at 2.5 foot, which tells me there's not loads of fish there as well, because they're normally, the more fish there were in my peg, they'd be climbing over each other and they'd be getting shallower and shallower. But I've actually caught best by suspending the bait 2.5 foot and down the edges as well. So 2.5 foot shallow and 2.5 foot down the edges. I've had a very odd fish shallower than that. It just never seemed quite right. And also, I've had hardly anything on a banded caster as well, which is normally my favourite hook bait on there when I'm fishing shallow. But that just shows again they're not competing very heavily or very strongly, because they'd be bricking themselves on a banded caster. I've had to fish a properly hooked caster or a maggot on an 18 or a 16 and strike at the bites, which is unusual at this time of year to be doing that, but it was definitely better than a banded hook bait today. But really though, in hindsight, I should have fished pellet shallow to that crate at 14 metres. If I'd have done that, I'd have had £100, I think, but it wouldn't have won me anything extra. So I needed £160 to win the section, and to friend, I've only paid the top three. So it's all I've done is won the section, and I couldn't have done any more than that really. So enjoyable day's fishing, nice to catch some little barbel and some chunky eyed, and those nice F1s and everything. So full of fish till barn. I was a little bit off the pace by my own admission, but I've had a day's fishing and picked up 70 quid. So roll on the next match.